Today is September 14th. The Yankees win a series against the Red Sox. We will be talking all about that and the devastating Judge injury news we got post-game.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore.
It's a lie. There's no devastating injury news.
Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
I lie.
A lot of people listen in the morning.
John Boy and Jake.
That was a lie. First lie in a long time out of me. Welcome to the show. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD in the corner. Brought to you by SeatGeek. Yankees take 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox. They finish their defining dozen of games, 7-5. But they did just lose, so that might temper the mood. I'm going to try to not have it temper my mood. Jake, how are you?
James, Davis, everyone tuning in this morning. I'm doing all right. Hey, Faux Row Part 2. Everyone put up their real number. I would also call into question what their real number might be, but the Yankees took on 4 playoff teams, 4 contenders, and they go 7-5 in that stretch. They win 3 out of 4 series against 4 actual baseball teams. So as we rode out the summer again, we've gone into September and we've played decent baseball again. So awesome to see, especially against the Red Sox, because that obviously means just a little bit more. And it's about 95% that we're going to be playing the Boston Red Sox in a 3-game series to start or end the postseason. So to have any bit of hope feels kind of decent. And it was fun to watch the boys win like 2 real baseball games and not just MLB Slugfest 05 ad.
Wow. That is an ad. I'm also doing an ad for Bellinger right now. I've been doing, when I was doing my hat like this and looking, that was a Bellinger face, because there's that picture of him doing that. The first 2 games were awesome. The third game stunk. Third game was kind of awesome if you take away one guy in one inning.
You take away that first inning, the Yankees won all 3.
It was a brutal loss, game 3, because they lost immediately because they went down 6-0. But in a way, only one thing went wrong. You know, usually when they have those brutal innings,
Right.
It's like 5 things
Right.
and 4 different players. So I can somewhat stomach it. It's just one
it's
guy.
It's normally like we need a new shortstop, we need a new left fielder, and we need 2 middle relievers. And now it's just like, okay, that was a bad inning.
Yeah. Yes.
And can I say one more thing, dude? Hey,
Yeah.
Be quiet. I've been working on something for the YouTube only. I support all of our podcast people. I listen to podcasts, pretty sweet. But I have been working on my belly hitting face, and I'll do that for the YouTube. So it's just... and scene.
What's he looking at? For a second, I was like, is he like trying to like steal the ATM
No, I think
password on the knee pad?
I think he just gets real snooty when he's hitting.
He's probably trying to look for the front of the plate to drive
just-
it down. You know, they do that drill, that Yelich Barry Bonds drill, where you try to hit the ball down like at the dirt to undercut it. I wonder if he's setting his eyes kind of in that area, because it is bizarre. He keeps looking down like that. So the division has been won by the Blue Jays. A little bit of a bummer, but congrats to them. They're actually a really enjoyable team to play, and I hope the Yankees face them and beat them in the postseason. But division's basically out of reach unless something incredibly unheard of happens. Not incredibly unheard of, but, you know, with the once in 10 seasons,
Would
be 5 games with 12 to play. It's tough.
With the tiebreaker, it being 4 games, but it's actually 5 games because of the tiebreaker. It would have to be an anomaly. It's not like, hey, if we play good baseball, this might switch. No, like the Blue Jays would have to really screw up, and they kind of haven't for a long time. And again, this is nothing Yankee fans want to hear, but if it's not our Yankees this year, you should kind of be eyeing Milwaukee and Toronto because they are doing the things that analytics departments said baseball teams couldn't do anymore. But they're doing it, and they're the best teams in each conference. Conference? Come on.
Conference. Eat your heart out, Jake.
Come on.
Yeah. Wow. Someone in the chat says 7-5 is a little disappointed. Unbelievable. Like, that's a lie. 7-5 was my high hopes.
Right.
I'm so pumped. They had a .330 winning percentage against playoff teams before these 12 games. All right, let's get into it. We're going to burn all the games, and then we're going to give out awards. And I'm going to change my lighting to make it dramatic at times.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any groundskeeping.
Caballero started 5 games in a row. That's kind of groundskeeping. The Volpe cortisone shot.
Yeah, I guess me and Volpe have bum shoulders, and that's...
Yeah, surgery in the offseason, but it's not going to affect him now. Happened in May, but whatever.
Didn't play any of these games.
Did not play any of these games. Caballero played all of them. Second guy in Major League Baseball to play with the last name Caballero.
Did you guys see Cashman and Mayer interview Cashman?
I did not. I heard you say that, but I was at the playground. Got some playground sessions in before the game started this week.
It was pregame. Meredith does get to wear high heels, but Brian Cashman, like myself, isn't a tall man.
Yep.
But also Cashman only does interviews when he really wants to, because otherwise he would do them all the time. And yeah, the topic was shortstop, and it was definitely a different perch than they've been on about Anthony previously.
They kind of had some quotes that made it sound like they still like him and defended him. But
well, I mean, there's nothing they can do with them, so they have to.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the games. But that is the only ground creeping. There's nothing else.
I think you're right. Paul Blackburn in a big spot tonight.
That's more something we'd talk about after the Game 3 burn.
Well, why don't I tell the people about Hims? Today's episode is sponsored by Hims. Hims can't solve snoring or blanket stealing, but when it comes to performance, like your wiener, take control of ED with personal treatments with proven ingredients prescribed by licensed providers 100% online. Through Hims, you can access personalized prescription treatment options for ED like the Hard Mints or Sex RX plus Climax Control if prescribed. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you 100% online. 100%. That's a good number. Personalized treatments that put your goals first. To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/Yanks. That's hims.com/Yanks for your free online visit. hims.com/Yanks. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Just one note before we roll into that. Great. Thank you to Hims, because Keith Cabay in the chat just said, oh, wow, thanks, Jake. I do need help with my wiener.
If that's something you're dealing with, deal with it.
Now, the burn, which I also call Hims.
Young and tan and tall and throwing, Lucas Giolito is pitching, and when he's pitching, yeah, he's pitching against Luis Gil. Oh, captain, my captain, 1-0 Yanks after Judge goes big fly. A little belly dancing as Cody singles in the third. It's 2-0 Yanks. It would stay that way into the 7th. Time heals all wounds as Luis goes 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 0 hits, 4 walks. Yanks put this one on Rice as they score 2 runs in the 7th. One cruise missile was all the Red Sox would get. Heel to Cruz to Devin to Bednar. Yanks win 4-1 final.
This felt great, this win. Now, I tweeted out and I said it was a clean win, which was a mistitle by me because it wasn't clean. No. But it had all the elements you want and needed from a win. They did make a couple errors, have some weird plays, but they also didn't just try to out-homer their mistakes. Now, they did hit homers, but they also strung together like some really nice innings. The domino effect of baseball was on full display when Caballero stole third. Was that this game?
Caballero in this game, no.
That was game 2. Right?
Yes. They steals third base off of Justin Wilson. Yeah.
So that is the full domino effect of baseball. He stole third base there. It was a double down the line, right? He steals third base, which turns the McMahon ground out. That would be a ground out into an RBI double. Because he runs home, Red Sox try to throw it home. They don't get him out. McMahon gets to go to second, and then McMahon scores on a Rice single or something later on. Yes. That is when they in the 1910s when they would write about poetry in motion and the art of baseball and the domino effects, like that's the shit they're talking about. Like that steal of third changed the dynamic of that inning so much, and that's why Boone said it, and I'll say it now, like I don't mind Jazz getting thrown out trying to steal third earlier in the game because if he's safe, it's so huge to the game, or it can be.
Yeah, and Joseph Solano, who operates under the online moniker of Joe's McFly that we've talked about on this program before, and he's even subbed in for both of us. It was interesting to label what Caballero and Ryan McMahon did in a day when Caballero went 1 for 4, Ryan McMahon went 1 for 4, but they were also our 8-9 hitters on the left side of the infield, and they both made defensive plays, and they both ran the base as well. That Joe's McFly tweeted out something that I was like nervous to tweet out just because I don't know. The internet is what it is. But he said,
and you've been feeling
winning
nervy
ball
lately.
players.
Winning ball players.
Like Ryan McMahon's defense allows him to, as long as he's not a net zero at the plate, which there's been days he has been. Like as much as I've advocated for McMahon, there's been a couple tough at bats along the way. There's also been a couple okay moments. He takes his walks. He's run into a couple. Supposedly he's a guy that has a couple hot streaks here and there. If this gentleman does that at the right time, I've heard you compare him to Scott Brocious.
That was you.
Caballero, you actually summed it up best in the Yankees group chat. He's a guy that gets everything out of his skill set. He has a good arm. He has good range defensively. He has fantastic speed, and he has a solid contact bat that he uses all of those skills to the maximum of his ability that put the Yankees. This was a playoff win. I tweeted out it felt like one of their best wins of the seasons, and a lot of the, simple European minds that follow me weren't able to process that. But, like, it's not because of what took place on the field, but it was what took place on the field. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you loud and clear. And I also came up with an award for myself for later in the show as you were delivering that. Sermon. You're calling those sermons now?
I'd be okay with that. I feel like I accidentally give sermons.
Now, you've been growing your hair out because we're getting haircuts Tuesday, right?
I'm getting a haircut Tuesday at, I think I put it on the calendar for 2:30 p.m.
We were in a hat today. Your hair's kind of got like a slicked back.
Man, I'm in a really weird spot.
Like a young Jewish boy.
Okay. It's a little bit into the episode, and I say this once a year. I do wish in the intro song, with your Yankees news with these two fine Jews. Like, it would be really nice if we were two Jewish guys, but BBD kind of legs that out for us. My hair's in the worst spot it's ever been. I've always had thin hair. Like, even when I was a kid, if I went in water, it kind of looked like dog hair, that it was like, oh, you can see their skin. that it's always been thin, but I think it's getting thin. Like, I'm probably going to bald. Like, I'm probably going to be an old, bald Italian man. But it's also growing at a decent rate. So I have long, thin, balding hair that it's the antithesis of what you want.
Well, people used to say it looked like you comb your hair with a dead fish.
Who said that?
I think I heard someone say that before.
You're hearing echoes, pal.
I think it was me.
100% you.
I think it was me.
100% you.
It's a funny joke. Maybe I read that joke somewhere. Okay. Other stuff from game one. Catcher's interference. Stanton did it. Who's on the call for Apple TV, and how come these players that played baseball, they never watched baseball? They don't know rules.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Who I don't know who was on for Apple TV, but when Stan hit the catcher's glove after the ball had gone in, he was like, well, I don't think it would have been catcher's interference anyway. And I'm like, wait, you've never watched, like that happens. That's not crazy.
Right.
You know that, but I think players know less rules than certain players than fans because they don't remember the little like nuances, like unless it's their at bat. I don't know, but I was blown away that he even brought it up 3 innings later with their rules expert who was calling in from a
submarine.
Yeah, and the rules expert was just like, "What a waste of my time." Yeah, it's still catcher interference. Yes.
I saw Stanton took a swing and he hit the glove, and if you hit the glove, no, that was 1930s. It was bizarre. I don't know what that. I have no ear for audio or video or anything, and the way that gentleman called in was rude to our society on the whole. So that was tough. And then I don't know. Part of me gets it that if I think I was on a broadcast, even if I knew, I would still not feel 100% confident because it was already caught. Like, and that should be the rule. Like, if the catcher catches the ball and the batter hits your glove, like that should kind of be the end of the play.
Well, then you get, badass catchers in the 1940s diving forward to catch fastballs.
Exactly. So I'm okay with that. And shout out, I know we're blanking on, I think it's the Angels announcer now who used to be an East Coast guy.
Wayne Randazzo.
Randazzo was calling the game. Shout out to Heidi Watney, who was the sideline reporter who interviewed Boone just kind of during it. And Boone was like, yeah, I wasn't quick enough with the challenge, which that was kind of nice to see. I thought Boone was going to go the other way and be like, I was calling for that. They weren't looking at me. Boone was like, no, G was a little late on it. So we were a little late on it. So that was nice.
Yeah. Yankees, they're not crying all the time. They're honest guys too. All right. There's other stuff from this game, but I feel like a lot of it makes awards. If it doesn't, we can circle back.
That's fine.
And that's fine. What was the bullpen here? Anything to note there?
ERA on the year?
2.98.
2.83.
2.83. Oh, Cruz did not have his splitter again. So it's 3 outings now, or maybe 4, I forget, where he has not had his splitter, which is his devastating pitch that if he doesn't have, he's like Luis Sessa. That's rude, but that's he goes from your 8th inning guy to almost Blackburn if he doesn't have the split.
It feels like he's doing a baby Rodon right now, which is interesting just from the standpoint of he actually pitched a little bit in this game. Like, he surprised some fastballs on them, and he started Duran with a backdoor slider, which was like, ooh, dude, that's a nice pitch for you. Doubled up on it, homer. So it's an interesting case study of invincible pitch, still have to pitch, figuring it out.
Yeah, it's Superman without his cape. I
think it's Super Dog with a bone.
Without the bone, finding the bone. Well, here on a real note, because I don't think I was going to give Fernando Cruz award near you, so I'll just get all my thoughts out now. He's getting out of some of these outings, 2 of the 4 he's got out because guys were sitting the splitter and he's surprising them with fastballs. Like the first strikeout he got in this game, he threw 4 fastballs, like four seam, sinker. And the strike 3, I forget who it was a righty, might have been Refsnyder. He just took it, was like, oh, I was definitely sitting something slower and trying to track it. If the scouting report becomes, hey, he doesn't have his splitter these days, sit fast, he's going to get absolutely rocked. So we need the splitter to come back before the scouting report changes.
It has to be a thought process. Like the splitter, if you're playing real baseball, is a devastating pitch. The splitter, as we've seen with Devin Williams' changeup, if that's all you have to worry about, and that's why Yoshida, I think it was the next night, was an electric at bat because they were like, ooh, this is fun. Like, Yoshida has good numbers against splitters. He's seen a lot of splitters in Japan. But it was Yoshida's foul ball against Cruz was brilliant because it was past him, but he fouled it off to survive another pitch. Cruz ends up striking him out with a really good splitter, which was nice to see. But yeah, we're definitely at the point where, like, I was trying to pitch with Sharky, which normally that's not what you do with him. It's normally just like, okay, ahead in the count, splitter, behind in the count, fastball or splitter and pray.
Splitter. The one that he got hit, they showed the replay, and it has like more split finger fastball than split change to it. Like the last couple outings. Like, it's not that forkball that's dropping. It's just kind of that nice Mark Leiter splitter that is a contact pitch, not swing and miss pitch. Game 2, Jake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look how they shine for you and everything that you do. If we were all Bayo, as Brian takes on Max in game 2. Belly sack fly is underrated, but it's time to get jazzy on him. 3 RBI in my Lamborghini Gizzardo Chisholm, 3 hits, and it's 4-0 Yanks. Freed 5.12 earned runs in a grindy Fenway start. It's a 4-3 game as Boston rallies, but how about some ginger ale to calm down that belly? RBI double makes it 5-3. Freed to Weaver to Williams to Cruz to Bednar. Yanks win 5-3 final.
Another good one. Brian Bayo, after the game, said, it was a bad start for me. And it was, and he usually dominates the Yankees. Bayo entered with a 1.95 career ERA versus the Yankees, lowest among pitchers with 10-plus starts against them in 25 years. And he had thrown 14 scoreless innings against them in his 2 previous starts. So to open up the first inning with runs, like when Judge opened, or who got the ground rule double? Rice? Judge? Rice. In second? Rice. With Judge on first. Whatever. You guys, I'm forgetting, but I'm remembering.
Doing great.
Like I tweeted it out there. I'm like, oh, this is our shot. Grisham got hit by pitch, then ground rule double. Like, you got to score some runs here. That base is loaded. You were hoping for more runs, but they do push across 2. Ended up being enough. But that, Bayo is so good against them. I'm glad they took advantage.
Bayo's having a breakout season, and our company has a nice internal joke with Bayo. It was time the Yankees got him in some way, and to get him in that first inning, and then it almost felt like they left him off the hook a little bit as they leave the bases loaded. But credit to Jazz. It's one of those things. It was funny watching this game, and I didn't have the right words to tweet it out, but I wanted to tweet it out. I was like, Max Fried is different about this Yankees team. David Bednar is so different about this Yankees team. A 7-pitch save. Ryan McMahon is different. Caballero is different. And then it's kind of this weird thing that Jazz is different, but he's kind of been here for a year and a half. But he still feels like Jazz playing second every day still feels different than what the Yankees have been. That there was something beautiful about that. And then it's kind of weird. You go back in the box score and you're like, wait, did Jazz dominate this game? Which it felt like, but it didn't feel like.
I was very happy with him because he brought different clubs. Last year, one of our complaints about Jazz was he's just swinging big. And then he went down to the minor leagues, when he was rehabbing his injury, and they watched old minor league footage, and he realized how easy hitting against the minor leaguers are, and then said, well, why am I trying harder? And said 70%. And he has been so good. Like that single the other way, and then coming up later on in the game, 3-1 count and rocking a homer. Like that's two different swings. That's two different reads of the situation, what it needs, what can I apply my skill set to here. And the Yanks have more players in this series doing that than I think they've ever collectively had, which is why the first two games were just awesome to watch.
Yeah, him with that kind of shift beater. We've seen Caballero do that. I don't know why my voice just did that, but it's
It was
nice.
very serious in tone.
Yeah, what? Way too serious. Jazz 40 homers and 48 steals in his 162 games as a Yankee after that.
And Jazz had some fun quotes. She said, we're not here to play around. We're going to do the job and get the job done. I feel, oh yeah, wait a minute here. He says it better than me.
We talked last night about wanting to make a statement here this weekend. What statement do you feel like you guys have made these first two games?
That we're the best team in the league. I feel like any team that thinks they're better than us, they should know when we step on the field that we're coming with relentlessness and we're coming to step on necks. Like, we're not here to play around. We're going to do the job and get the job done.
So you feel like you're the team to beat in the American League?
100%. I always felt like that from day one. And with the trade, it made me feel even more like that. So, you know what I mean?
Is it then disappointing to be where you are in the standings?
We've said it all year long, is that we've been playing to everybody else's level instead of our own level. We've been letting games go. We've been losing games ourselves, making errors, just having poor at-bats and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, we finally looked ourselves in the mirror and realized that we're the team to beat, and that's how we've been stepping on the field for the last 2 weeks.
So you feel like you're peaking now then?
Yeah.
Was there a turning point that made that happen?
I don't even remember. It was sometime like a week or two ago. It might have been the last game against Boston. I don't know. Before we got here. I don't know. Somewhere around there.
What happened?
I don't know. Honestly, just everybody started locking in. We had a talk, and we had a team talk between all the boys. We were just talking about at-bats and stuff like that, and things went the next day, things went good.
Was that something that was needed?
Yeah, because it wasn't like we hung out at the field. We hung out outside of the field, so it was even better, team bonding.
Jazz is jazz. Like, I understand when you hear those quotes get picked and sent around, and even I was a victim of it when he was on the Marlins. It's like, God, screw this guy. Well, you hear him talk enough, you realize that's who he is. Like, he very much believes in putting it out there to then prove it, and like positivity. Like, he said at the beginning of the season he was going to be the starting second baseman. He was going to win the Silver Slugger and something else, Gold Glove and Silver Slugger. But he comes from like, you would read it as an arrogant way. He comes from it more of like he's trying to exude confidence, or he is exuding confidence. But anyway, I like those quotes. I liked all of it.
He is exuding confidence, and I think the only thing I'd add to the Marlins thing, it's one of my favorite sports things that I believe in, is that winning cures everything. Like, Jazz could be saying anything that he would say on a 90-win Yankee team. I think it comes off as confident and cocksure, and if you quote it out, yeah, you could take it the wrong way. And I don't know, if you quoted anything I said on a 65-win Marlin team, I think it would be taken a different way. So, yeah, I love those quotes, and I think Jazz is going to win the Silver Slugger. Like, second base has been a not good position this year, and Jazz has been incredible, except for the 6 weeks we took him off second base when he played third base.
Yeah. You live and you learn, Jake.
But we didn't have to live or learn.
And we could have learned faster. It sounds like they did a team bonding thing. Someone else gave a quote about it, said it was before Houston, like before these 12 games.
Oh, the Yankees acknowledging that a part of the season matters more.
Yeah. And that they were losing by just fucking throwing the ball around. Anyway, Fried was awesome. Judge was awesome. He reached base 4 times in this game.
Yeah, I'd say for Fried, one of the most deceptive stat lines of the year. Like to see 5.1 2 earned runs. I mean, the Bregman foul ball homer at Fenway, which one of one, and it got discussed a little bit, but how crazy it is that Boston fans come at the short porch when they have a short porch, a big wall, a triangle, small walls is insane. That Max Fried was incredible. He had to get a little grindy, but it was the start we needed.
And the bullpen. So another game where you get to see like this is what a playoff win formula is, and the Yankees did that formula. And Cruz gives up the solo home run to Duran, but Devins has a 1-2-3. Bednar has a 7 pitch. Like he needed that. He needed a short outing. So, you see also Weaver really needed this. He came into this game as the fireman. Boone did make the decision to leave Fried in, Jake. And I was sending out a tweet like, I don't want to quarterback that. Like, I don't want to say this after the fact, so I'll say it now. I agree with it. Boom, single run scores. But I still agreed with the decision because the bullpen has been so shoddy. So it was kind of nice that Boone made the decision, which I know the bullpen doesn't interpret as this, but it's a little bit like, hey, we'd rather a tired Fried than a fresh you. And it doesn't work. So then the bullpen now comes out and they say, we had it the whole time, Boone, and they get the job done.
Yeah, the only counter, which I'd say 90% of the time, if a starter tells me to leave him in and it's not decisive, I would very much be like, yeah, go get him. Like Max Fried could have very well rolled a 2-ball there, right? Like if that ball gets hit 2 feet to the left and it's right to the shortstop, that's a double play and it's a genius move. Instead, it's hit up the middle. The only thing I would counter myself with this time, he's talking to himself, folks, he's losing it, is that Fried looked different in this inning. Like Fried was kind of in control and dominating. He had a lot of pitches this inning that weren't that competitive, that I think there was a good argument for Boone just being like, hey, dude, you emptied it out. We're going to go to the bullpen.
He did empty it out. 4 of his 6 fastest pitches of the season came in this game, and he got to 99 on fastballs.
Dude, even amongst the various pitches, like he threw a couple cutters that registered like 95, 96, and you're like, what?
Yes, changeup was up like 4 miles per hour or something. So maybe a hot gun. Were the other pitchers up in that game?
I mean, the only thing I have is Chapman today was throwing 102, but he kind of does that.
You're saying hot gun in Boston.
I didn't say hot gun. I think you just said hot gun.
Hot potato.
I think
hot
Fried's
potato.
got that, dude. I think we're just in a weird spot in baseball where there's too many guys that do that. That we've seen Fried pop 98 this year, and you're like, okay, Max can go back and get it, and then he like hits 99, and you're like, time out.
I agree with that.
Max,
well, what if
Fried
everyone's
throws
pitchers up?
basically a mile per hour away from what we consider the elite velocity? It's crazy.
Okay. Well, I've got news for you. We got a hot gun in Boston.
We got a hot gun.
Luke Weaver was up 2.4 miles per hour on his cutter. 1.6 on his changeup, 1.3 on his fastball. Devin Williams was up 1.4 miles per hour on his changeup. But all the Boston guys stayed the same because they got hot guns.
Seems like a hot gun.
Seems like for all of Weaver's pitches to be up, seems like a hot gun. So now they got the triangles, the big wall, the pesky pole, and a hot gun.
It's a lot.
Someone do the math. Someone do the research to make this thorough. How many pitchers have pitched with velos above their average at Fenway this year? Siri? Leave it in the comments. Anything else from this game?
Another clean-ish game without being a clean game. Like Fried throws one away that a lot of pitchers don't make that play, but Max Fried makes that play, so that felt weird. But this was another, like, I don't know. I guess there's something obnoxious in me when both starting pitchers. Well, no, I shouldn't feel obnoxious about it. Like, both starting pitchers gave really good performances, but inverse. Like, Max Fried gave up 9 hits. Heel didn't give up any. So, when you get those performances from your starters, when Judge impacts the game in a Judgian way, both of these felt like playoffy wins. I think that's what added to the excitement.
We should not forget the 9th inning against Chapman. That was pretty big. 2 outs right away on line outs, and then Judge hits that single, which BBD just showed right over Chappie's head, and then Bellinger puts together a great at-bat. I don't know if that's getting talked about later, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think the Yes booth tries to tame their excitement sometimes, and the Bellinger at-bat, they couldn't. They talked about how, at the end of the year, this is... As a team, this is what you look back. If you're Cody Bellinger at the end of the year, this is an at-bat you look back. It was some of, we've had some ups and downs with Flash throughout the years, but John Flaherty was like, you want to know the best part of being a Yankee? That Cody Bellinger at-bat. Like, what you just did to that crowd in that game doesn't happen in a lot of baseball games. So, yeah, there was a little light rain in the slow-mo replay that... What was that now? Plumes,
rain noises,
smoke. That was pretty cool, and just I feel like we're testing Bednar's invincibility meter, and getting that run felt like, okay, we don't need to test that.
I like testing it. He's really
I know
good.
there's a little part of you that doesn't like being beard guy comparison to other beard guy because it's lazy. Yeah. I think you could pull off a Bednar face. I mean, I think the way you set that up was slightly rude, but I think you can get there.
Well, he's got a bigger face than me.
I think he shows a little teeth. I don't think you have to puff out your whole cheeks as much as possible.
I feel like this is when you actually see us, it would be devastating for me.
I think it's the opposite. I think Bednar's a very in-shape guy that on TV it's just like, oh, he's big.
Exactly. And I'm not a big
right, but you're
guy.
on camera as well. That I don't think you need to puff your face up.
Maybe that's how I picture him.
That's the whole combo, yeah.
It feels like a Jeff Saturday thing where I'm like, I'm tinier than him.
Right, but Jeff Saturday was an offensive lineman. David Bednar is an active relief pitcher.
I know he's not.
And I think he's
Jeff
got
Saturday.
nice teeth, and I think
he's 6'1", 250.
Right.
I'm 5'7", 180.
Right, extrapolate that. I think you both have nice top teeth and beards.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
He's got more of that goatee chin thing that I got. The mustache is stronger than the goatee. See how mine, this part's thicker than down here? His is the opposite. He's got like the goatee is thicker on the way up.
Okay.
That's the face I was making, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not puffing there.
He's yelling.
He's exhaling. Yeah, he's not in. He's out. You're still trying to go in.
He's doing both. Bednar puffs his face when he pitches, says Seaball in the chat. Yeah, there we go.
That's good.
It's pretty puffed, right?
That's what I was thinking. Okay. 3 straight wins against the Red Sox after this one, after 8 straight losses.
Yeah.
That's good.
And 3 straight wins in general.
That's good too. But in the sweep, can they do it, Jake? Against the best pitcher on a national TV.
Will young Warren lead the Yanks to a sweep as the Red Sox would hope to crochet together a comfort loss after losing the series Why don't you give me 6 runs? Give me 6 runs, mister. Give me 6 runs on the board. Nightmare first inning was enough to hold off the big three of Rosario, Judge, and Caballero as they all homer, but the Yankees lose. 6-4 final.
Brutal first inning. Good rest of the 8. If this was banana ball, Yanks would have won 3-1.
Yeah.
They just played at the stadium, so that's not a crazy thing to say.
No.
Stills
Yeah,
was on the mound.
As bad as a first inning could go, I don't think William Warren should get an award, but the credit to him for getting another 4 innings when that could have ended instantly. And yeah, man, this game had a little bit of the sauce. I think if we're being honest, with the Yankees surviving / thriving in Faux Row Part 2, if the Yankees came back from this one, because no team has great stats in this, but the Yankees' comeback stats stink. Like, if they're down in the 8th inning, they still stink. And so, like, if they came back from 6-0, Sunday Night Baseball, the Boston Red Sox, late comeback still, it would have made it feel even more special that I think we'd be talking some crazy talk right now. We're not, and that's okay. But I don't know. I guess the conversation that I've had a lot this year is there's a lot of losses that the Yankees have had that are just horrendous losses that you're just like, that's not right. This was like a good loss, and the Yankees haven't had a lot of those.
The whole series felt like what you want wins and losses to be. And I will say, I know what you're saying about the stakes of the game. Like, I'm happy, 7-5. They won 3 of the 4 series. It's a tight race, game and a half. If they had swept, the giddiness in which we would all feel, is unbelievable. And
it's the top 50 rivalry in sports.
Top 50, I would say, yeah, probably. There's probably some Serbian, like, you've seen Serbian Basketball League?
Yeah.
The top 2 rivalries in that league. I watched a video where there was people stabbing each other, and the game came on my fucking Twitter for you of a 2 soccer match in Brazil, and the crowds were stabbing each other.
Which doesn't necessarily make a good rivalry, by the way. I would like to get in front of that.
But big rivalry. Pakistan-India played today. Around the nation, it's crazy.
Right.
I don't love the righty lineup.
Okay.
But I understand it. Slater is definitely getting a bit of a tryout.
Yes.
And I'm fine with that. I think there's a lot of people kind of worried about it or upset about it. It's definitely a let's see what we have. Don't think it will hurt the whole team to try. Everything else is going well. So I don't mind it. I don't know if he's getting more ABs after the tryout or not. Did make a nice catch today and right. Was able to go to left, so the versatility's there. But as far as hey, we're facing a lefty or an opener, Slater should hit up top. I think that, but that's to get him as many at-bats as possible in these scenarios so you get more sample size in your tryout. They did this with Dominguez last year. So I'm fine with him starting. I don't think it's going to continue unless he really turns it on.
Yeah, I think for right now, the Yankees view it as equal / we just haven't seen a lot of Slater. So yeah, you're right that if there's a playoff game tomorrow, I think if you're looking at Rosario or Goldschmidt, you would give them the nod lead off versus a lefty over Slater. You don't, and the nicest way to Slater as we're learning him, that's not how you would want, we're going to be in a 3-game playoff. That's not how you would want your team to go down.
Yeah, I think it's just to see him play more, which is I'm fine with. I like Goldie and Rosario. This game, what is my skill set? And what can it provide in this moment? And it was hang tough, fucking fight Crochet off, get some hits. Rosario pops a homer. Goldie put together good at bats. They brought to the table what they can bring to the table, those two. So when I see the righty lineup, I'm like, oh man, I love the lineup in the first 2 games. And then Caballero also hits a home run later. Like those guys were fine. Rosario's been nothing but great.
Rosario's been nothing but great. I don't even want to look at his season stats again because it would just be considered a good ball player. And hey, I mean, Garrett Crochet is going to finish first or second in the AL Cy Young. So the Yankees to get 6 innings, 3 earned against them. Sure, the punchies aren't ideal, but that's what that cat does.
If Dominguez can hit from the right side and play defense, which hopefully he learns.
0 for 2.
0 for 2. But I'm hoping as he grows, he learns and gets better at those 2 things, because at the beginning of the year, you would very much, that's his lane. Like he's lost out on such a lane. Like Slater is getting at bats over him.
Yeah, I guess I view that through a different perspective. I think the defense is something you circle and you say, hey, like, credit to the Yankees a little bit, because they are subbing out Dominguez late in games for Slater just to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
First lefties. I mean, like, Austin Slater has made a major league career off of hitting lefties, and Dominguez, I think the Yankees hoped, but they never believed in Dominguez as a righty this year.
Not this year, but a lot of fans had that in their mind, and I'm sure Dominguez did as well. And I'd hope he continues to switch it. I don't think anyone knew it was going to be as bad as it was from the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are all getting run. If you're wondering why they are over Dominguez, which I saw a lot of people on the socials. Judge with another homer off Crochet. Those were fun. Those have been fun at bats throughout the careers. And Stan got rung up on a strike that was a ball, I think, and he was mad about it, and I feel bad for him because, I don't want him to get mad. It seems like it overcomes his whole body.
Yeah, there was a couple low strikes today that, again, it didn't feel like the umpiring throughout was problematic at all. It just felt like there was a couple in big moments that you're like, I don't. I
think there was one not called on Judge early.
Yeah.
I think the Yanks benefited from one, got on another.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Yanks fight back from 6-0 in the first inning to make it 4-6 in the 7th. They had their big dogs come up again. Mats felt uncomfortable. It felt like maybe they could have done more there. And, hey, I mean, Whitlock, when Whitlock's on, man, he's been one of the biggest thorns in our side of any reliever in baseball.
Crochet and Whitlock are kind of to Chapman. Like, if I see those 3 in the box score, I'm like, Yanks probably didn't do much.
And hey, I know you and Pitch Ninja have been fighting lately, kind of like you and Buster. But
boy, one of those is real, and one of them isn't. Buster's been fighting me. Me and Pitch Ninja are very good friends. He DM'd me and was like, "Hey, what is going on? Did I steal something? Like, what's this?"
Hey,
and I was
Buster.
like, "Dude, fine."
Buster, I'm gonna say, we don't want the smoke, and I don't think there's smoke.
There's no smoke. I like you, Buster.
It's so smokeless.
It's so smokeless.
Dude, Chapman tonight. I know this probably isn't really talking Yanks, but Chapman tonight was the grossest pitcher I've ever seen throw a baseball.
Who do you have catching? Was Narvaez staying? I saw a Red Sox tweet or storyline that all of Chapman's bad innings have come with the other catcher.
Narvaez was in tonight. 11 of 10 strikes, easy hunch, juiced gun. But the ball was running, man. That's the crazy thing, that a couple of Chapman fastballs were literally unhittable tonight.
Paul Blackburn's fastball was up 1.4 miles per hour, sweeper 2 miles per hour, cutter 2 miles per hour, sinker 1.2 miles per hour.
Paul Blackburn threw one nice sweeper.
He did.
And I believe he's a fisherman.
Okay, so with Ali Sanchez now, it's been 2 games. This is what I saw Red Sox fans saying. He's given up. He's got a 13 ERA in the 2 games. Well, 2 earned runs and 1.1. It is a reliever. But I saw people saying that could that be the problem, which is interesting.
Okay.
Sanchez probably not moving his glove around his target. awards.
Pride of the Yankees is brought to you by DraftKings. Use code JMBaseball when you sign up with the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
You get to go first, Buttercup.
Wow. I'm the pride of the Yankees, huh? Well, I
No.
guess I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
That would be tricky. You know what, man? I'm going to do something a little off script here. Because Boone has to talk to his bench coach and get his information from there. No chance in hell. I'm going to go Judge. Yeah, dude. Judgy had a big series, and he has some funny numbers versus Boston. His career stats versus Boston are basically his worst against any team. This year against Boston, after the first series, he'd been really rough. Judge this series, 5 hits, 4 walks, 5 runs, a .643 on base percentage with the 2 homers. It's a very corny line in sports, and it definitely doesn't work in baseball, but it feels like this team a little bit goes with Judge. And that's obnoxious, but he's also been the best right-handed hitter ever that, like, I don't know. It just feels like when this team plays its best baseball, so does the best player in baseball. That's it. That's analytics.
Beautiful analytics. Judge gets back-to-back prides. I gave it to him last week. You give it to him this week. He had gone. It was in a pride drought. Didn't get one all of August. Didn't get one all of July. The last pride before that, for those keeping track at home, was on June 8th versus the Red Sox. So, good pride. Some fun.
Yours was kind of mid, or that's what the comments said. Who's yours this episode?
No, more on Judge. He set a new MLB record with 19 first-inning home runs in a season.
Yeah.
This stat's wild. I don't know. Since 2024, 37 of Judge's 105 homers have come in the first inning.
I think he has the most career first-inning homers in a season this year. I said that poorly. In one season, I believe he's hit the most first-inning homers of any player ever.
Yeah, that's the stat I just said. Set new MLB record with 19 first-inning home runs in a season.
Okay, I thought you started back a couple years ago. I thought you said 2020.
That was the next stat. The first stat was this season he set the new record. He broke his own record in 2024. Since 2024, 37 of his 105 homers have come in the first inning. So the last 2 years.
Right.
So he's just been getting to pitchers very quickly. And he's past Joe D. He's the all-time righty home run hitter for the Yankees now?
Yeah, that was a really good note without being a really good note. But, you know, the Yankees have been posting this graphic a lot, and it's like, oh, it's Yogi, and it's DiMaggio. And, like, you're like, oh, wow, this is crazy. When they did say it's like he's the number one righty, that was kind of like an oh fuck moment. Like
that's like an oddly that was like when we like realized the stat that CC Sabathia was like the third lefty ever to strike out 3,000 people. You're like, oh, holy shit! Okay, we're watching that. For Yankees fans, Judge is the franchise leader for home runs by a right-handed hitter.
And just
go tell all your dads and grandpas to suck it. You're seeing a better right-handed hitter than they saw.
Tell your grandpa to suck it. And
just you gotta suck it.
A little asterisk for everyone is that the Yankees for about 2.5 seasons said we don't need lefties. Trent Grisham, 30 homers this year.
Your pride wasn't Trent.
No, it was Aaron Judge.
It was Aaron Judge. It was Aaron Judge.
Where are you going?
You know, I have a guy that could go pride, but I also could go award. So I just want to go make sure and look at some stats. Otherwise, I'm going to give it to the guy I'm thinking of. Oh, no. I will give this out. Yeah, man, a lot of good options, actually, for a 2-game win. But I'm going to go with the guy who you read the box score, and you're like, if you could look back at this game, it's kind of all him. With Jazz, and we talked about him a lot, so this doesn't need to be a long chat. But Jazz is really good as a Yankee.
Yeah.
You dropped one of the stats, but he's now played 162 games as a Yankee. In those 162 games across 2 seasons, obviously, but he did it. He's hit 40 home runs and had 48 stolen bases. In his first 162 games as a Yankee, to have 40 home runs and 48 stolen bases, it says he joins. Well, the 48 stolen bases can't be true. It says he joins Judge, Sanchez, Giambi, Maris, Ruth as the only Yankees to have 40 plus home runs in first 162 games. When Sanchez did that, it was so special in 2016. When Judge did it, it was so special because they did it. Well, Gary did it over 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Judge did it. But Judge didn't, so I guess. But, like, I would not have guessed, oh, wait, the next is Jazz? Like you said, he might win the Silver Slugger. Doing it from second while playing a good second base. He has another quote he had about going 30 for 30 on the season, which he might do. He's 1 homer away. He said, it would mean a lot if we win the division with it. All I want to do is come out and win after the game every day. But no one's going to cherry pick that and put it out there because that's the stat. That's the quote that would be cherry picked if Judge said it because that's all he says is those types of quotes.
I think the other thing that should be very much of note, well, okay, I'll make a compliment sandwich here. Jazz really good. 40 homers, 48 steals, 162 games. That's what we just talked about. Most throwing errors, tied his teammate Anthony Volpe for most throwing errors from an infield, which that was kind of a head tilt moment that you're like, okay, so that's all Jazz does.
Well, his throwing errors are Knobloch-esque, not like a head case, but the fact that they go like into the stance.
Not even close. He airmails them. They're gone. With that being said, it is what it is. Obviously, it's not ideal, and if that happens in a big moment, we're going to be very displeased and not shocked, which is the weird thing about this Yankees defense. On the bright side, Jazz has snared some balls, believe that's a word, that cover your ears, kids, like DJ wouldn't have been close to. And like, I don't know, man. He just made some nice plays in a series where we come out of heel and freed with strong pitching performances. Like, again, it's the continuance of baseball that the Yankees ignored for parts of this season and previous seasons, that like in previous years, a ball would have went off a glove or a ball would have gotten through. And then there's another batter and there's more pitches and there's more room for error that leads to the problem inning that, man, Jazz snared a few this series that would have went differently earlier in the year.
How many of those throwing errors were at third? Do you know?
I have 6 total errors from third. I don't know the breakdown of throwing versus fielding on those, but he made 6 errors as a third baseman.
What was the stat you had on throwing errors, Jake? Do you know the
I think
number?
he was tied with, they said on the broadcast, he was tied with Volpe for the most infield throwing errors.
Yeah, so
and I
it's gotta
got
be.
pretty good talking there for a second.
We saw you reading the teleprompter. His bunch at second, like I wonder if there's only like a handful at second, which I remember some of them. Some are on the turn. Like this one, this was on the turn.
It feels like the more recent ones have been turning a double play and just throwing it in the dugout.
Yeah, it does.
And it's a little frustrating because it's like, well, dude, at least spike it so you have a chance. But yeah, he's airmailed them cataclysmically.
So his last 2 were against the Red Sox while Luis Gil was pitching, but 2 different games. And they were both, one, he stepped on second himself and went to throw it. The other was this game where he got the ball and just chucked it. Did you know him and Caballero are friends?
How so?
He said they came up in the minors together. There was a whole like joke about him saying he's faster And then they asked Judge, and Judge was like, no, like Caballero's faster than Jazz. And Jazz was like, no, I know. Like, go, we played together. We came up together in the minors. Like my best friend. Go look at the tape. So I didn't know they knew each other and had like that history, but that's cool.
Speaking from experience, I think Jazz can be a little loose with the term friend.
For sure.
And by the way, depending what the race is, I think I would take Jazz. I think Caballero has great stolen base speed, but Jazz is like running speed. I'll take Jazz over Cabby.
Okay, Forrest. His running speed.
Caught that?
I caught that. Jazz and Caballero were both in the Diamondbacks minor league system together.
At what age?
2017 to 2019. Jazz was 19 and Caballero 19 to 21 for Jazz. And for Caballero, he was 20 through 22. So, dude, that's pretty bonding years. If they're roommates on the road in the minors, those two might actually be really good friends. That's what Jazz said. I didn't know that. I didn't know they went back and they were like teenagers fucking around in Arizona together.
The other thing that's cool is that Caballero's a pretty solid shortstop.
Probably not Arizona. They're probably in some bumfuck town.
Hey, you know, socials, you're looking for the clip. First to home on a double. Give me Jazz over Caballero.
Okay. He's a lefty. So that helps.
Looks like they played together in Hillsboro, Oregon, Geneva, Illinois, and Missoula is MT, Montana. That sounds
Were they
right.
both shortstops or was Jazz playing second?
I feel like in the minors they have
Jazz was at
guys
short and they moved Cabby around.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
probably staggered some levels.
That's the good stuff. You didn't find that anywhere else where you listened to things.
Why did you just laugh?
I laughed at the fact that for 3 years we've been singing a Little Dicky line that people probably have no idea that we even do it, but it's almost every episode.
If it's true.
That's so stupid. Where are we at in the show? Is it time to motherfuck some people?
Yeah.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Yeah, and I think here's what I'll tell the people. The prides, not the MFers, were brought to you by DraftKings. The NFL season is rolling. There's a game on right now. Not sure what's happening. Maybe BBD will update you with the score. Is that part of the show? Hey, if you're looking to bet on something, go to DraftKings. Touchdowns, DraftKings. And if you're a new customer, $5 will get you $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, score over $200 on NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code JMBaseball. JMBaseball. $200 in bonus bets when you place your first $5 bet. And plus, $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. With DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Falcons are up 22-6 with 3:22 left in the fourth quarter as we're recording this right now.
Who's up?
The Falcons are winning 22-6
Wow.
over the Vikings.
It means nothing. The Giants were winning twice.
Go Dirty Birds. Scataboo.
Scataboo. Did you hear that call?
I've heard calls.
He scored a touchdown, and the announcer just goes, Scataboo! You got a big hole! Scataboo! Scataboo! That's all he said. I tweeted it. I'm like, dude, it's a name that if you just say it properly, everyone knows exactly what happened on the play.
Oh, Scataboo.
Yeah, Scataboo. That was a quick cut, what I did.
It was a quick cut.
Yeah. What you did was a nice catch.
Thank you. Thank you. MFer?
Yeah.
You Yankee motherfucker.
I'm gonna cop out without copping out. I will take William Warren. The 6 runs in the first today really changed today's game.
Earlier in the show, you said you didn't think Will Warren was going to get an award. And I was like, what?
Oh, I consider MFer not an award.
Oh, it's more like a D ward.
I can see both sides of the conversation, but Will Warren's going to go down with one of the more interesting Yankee rookie seasons ever, where he's going to throw close to as many innings in the modern era as any rookie. He's going to have a ton of strikeouts. The ERA is going to look okay. It's just, I shouldn't say weird, because I do believe in baseball, and I think it's part of the reason we're not like obsessive about Will Warren. A lot of his tests this year, he did not pass. Like, well, if this was the award segment, it would be like the student that goes to their college professor's study hours, because he bombs the tests, but he does everything else great.
It's his bad losses are bad. I mean, he's got 4 now. And they come to the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers. Dodgers, he gave up 10 runs in the first 2 innings. Blue Jays, he gave up 7 runs in the first inning. Red Sox, he gave up 6 in the first inning. I went back and rewatched the first inning, and I do feel like a little differently after doing so. The triple stinks because Stan's in left field, and why? Like, I feel like Judge can play out there. It's okay. And we cannot do that.
Left field?
No. Well, Slater moved to left later in the game, so it's like, well, wait. You could have played Judge in right, Slater in left, and Stanton DH like the whole time?
Yeah, they were I don't think they wanted the league to see Judge's arm in the big Fenway right field. But the more obnoxious thing in my head is that the Yankees and Judge in left field are like, ho. There's some things we can entertain, but Aaron Judge in left field.
Oh, man. They were saying it's the hardest left field to play. It's like the easiest Manny Ramirez played. It's the easiest left field to play. Who'd they put out there in like 2013, 14?
I think Hanley got a year out there.
Yeah, Hanley. I think there was another guy that was funny too. Anyway, the inning's not that bad. It's the triple stinks. Then I think because they talked about Fried doing this, they were pitching away to righties so much. And that's what Warren was trying to do. And they shifted. So one gets through on the right side, and that scores runs. Then you have another, like, jam shot, I think, to a lefty where he hit the spot perfectly, and, like, it bloops over Goldie's head. Now, that's baseball. So I'm in love that this baseball happened. So I'm not saying it's unlucky because that's baseball. I think he threw too many fastballs that they could do that to. But, the home run was the first shot that was like, damn, that was got rocked. And that came late.
Yeah, it's odd for, as bad of an inning you can have. For some reason, that felt the worst. And I guess for some reason is because it's a home run, but also like everything you just said, like it was that inning just kind of happened. And it was like, okay, we won 2 games that really mattered. I don't know. It is just funny in hindsight. If the script of this game went out the same way without that home run, he just gets Narvaez out. I don't know. I think the whole game would have felt differently, which is just something that I don't think analytics or numbers believe in, but I do think 5-6 with the way the Yankees were playing the rest of the game and Will Warren himself, I think it would have felt a lot different.
Because they also... it was a ground ball to second, and Jazz got the out at first, but a run scored on it. And before that, it was a deep sack fly to Belly, run scored. So, like, the last 2 runs, the 4th and 5th runs came on the base runners, and it felt like, okay, whatever. We got outs, though. But then the homer happens to make it 6, and you're like, well, that wasn't any of – I thought we got rid of we moved on. And then and he even was so upset. And it's Carlos Narvaez, that top prospect that Yankees fans were saying, do not trade. We must not trade this guy. We know about him and we love him.
Former Yankee great.
I think last time they faced the Red Sox, they called him a 9-year Yankee because he was in the organization that long. Played like 10 games, if that.
It's the hardest anyone's been like trying to rub Yankees fans' noses in their own diaper. And I'm like, that's not my shit. I don't know this guy.
And Elmer Rodriguez Cruz has become a top 100 pitcher in baseball. So, like, this, let's not say this trade is decided, bro. Ski.
I don't know him. We never knew him.
What are you talking about? That's our backstop.
Work vet's out there catching for the Dodgers, giving up no-nos left and right. Just joking.
You still have to give out an MFer, which is crazy.
That is crazy. Wells like struck out 10 times in one of the games.
Yeah.
He didn't play game 3, and I've been giving him a lot of love for being in it. He struck out 6 times in 7 at-bats with 1 walk.
Yeah, and it's just with the bottom of our lineup now, like McMahon's defense gets him a pass, whether you like it or not. There should be more in that bat, but he still walks. It's a weird thing. I'm not comfortable with it. Caballero has been the pesky and beautiful, but it's McMahon and Wells are very redundant. They're like when 6, 7, 8 is coming up, it's not like, hey, if we could get a couple on, we're about to have a big inning. It's kind of just like, hey, let's move through this.
Did they run on Rice today? I know that not Bednar, Beard. What's his name? Beardo? Blackburn. Blackburn was pitching. They stole a base on him, but it wasn't really on Wells. He made a decent throw.
That was the only steal this game.
I had to get there. You guys were hey, what you just heard was inside my head. Usually that's quiet, but that's how I connect things when I'm trying to remember stuff.
Don't call Paul Blackburn Beardo.
Well, I was just Beardo. I was picturing his face, and I had to think about it to get to his name. Blackbeard, Blackburn. Obviously, that's what I did in my head.
And if you're going to bed tonight, type into YouTube Beardo, and some of the music that'll come up will change your life.
Drugs.
Is that song titled Drugs on My Mind or just Drugs?
I think it's just called Drugs.
Okay. After the show, go check it out.
Brutal episode for music references. We referenced just Little Dicky and Beardo.
Kind of my lane.
Name more of them.
Excuse me.
Dirt Nasty.
Yep. Every Talking Baseball.
Mickey Avalon.
Yep. Part of that same crew.
Don't watch Mickey Avalon videos.
Who's the big guy? There's a big guy in the mix with them.
Andre Legacy?
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Good pull.
Thank you. Stop.
74 people love those references. Everyone else, bad time.
All loser white dudes in college from 2010 to 2013. So I did Wells. You have to get a regular old award.
I think we'll move on to regular old awards, and that's brought to you by BetterHelp. We've all done it before, turning to our barista, hairdresser, random stranger, I sure have, for life advice. As fun as they are to talk to about everyday topics, when you're looking for help about relationships, anxiety, depression, or other clinical issues, they may not have all the right answers. Instead, get guidance from a credentialed therapist online with BetterHelp. Instead of turning to a random stranger, check out the credentialed therapist with BetterHelp. Over 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. So, as the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Yanks. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Yanks.
Okay.
I'm gonna give out the Eat It Rafaela Award.
Eat it, Rafaela. Sedan, you talking about?
Yes. Are you fishing? Wait, no. Yes. No.
No, I thought
yes.
For a second you were talking about Devers. And you were just adding another syllable to his name.
That's fishing defense.
Dude, you are Frozen and Cody Bellinger looking down face right now on our screen.
I wanted to know if you still heard me because I see it frozen on my screen as well.
Do you like the way you look frozen?
I don't hate it. Like you know how bad a freeze frame can be. That's fine.
You want me to match it?
If that's what you like. More lips. Take your balls out of your pants.
All right. Luis Heel?
It should have been Luis Hill, but because of how he performed, the award has no tie to him, and it's not him. It's Ben Rice. Jim, Ben Rice had a Ben Riceian series, 4 hits, 400 batting average, 400 on base, was ripping the ball. It has become a little bit of a joke in our office about Ben Rice's bad luck because, yes, sometimes it is bad luck. Other times it's not. Like the fly balls to right center that are caught by every center fielder, that's fine. Dude, Rafaela put on a show this series, as I think he does every series. That guy is the definition of a lot of shortstops can play the outfield, and some of them can play it at a level we rarely see from center fielders because they're the best athletes. He was robbing guys left and right. When Ben Rice hit that ball, that was very much a shoot. Is this MFer going to get another one? He didn't. Rice got enough of it to get past him. And he's become, I don't know how we're going to feel about this team by November 1st, but the Ben Rice season has been delicious.
He hits the ball so dang hard and has good at bats.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was an issue against the Red Sox at catcher today, which is a team that he would be an issue against if he's an issue, which is interesting. I hope Wells starts hitting again and he's in the lineup most of the time because his catching helps. But yeah, Ben Rice is a joy, and I hope he gets good at first.
He's again, it's a conversation I don't think a lot of us are ready for yet, but going to be a very interesting Cashman offseason interview. Is the first word out of his mouth first base or catcher?
We'll take notes and listen. Do you want to try and exit out and come back? I feel bad.
I'm going to leave and come back, although I don't hate the freeze.
We'll just use AI to make it so your lips move.
I'm going to leave and come back.
Okay. Jake has left. It is now me, 3 of me. And I'm going to give out my award, and it's a tough award that I hope Jake doesn't guess, and I'm not going to give him any clues. But I'll let you guys know before he comes back that it is going to Luis Heel.
Is this the award you thought of live during the show earlier? Or is that still available?
No, who was that?
I don't know. You said, I just thought of an award during one of the game recaps.
Oh, that was for Caballero.
Jake's coming back.
But, okay.
Are you talking?
I was talking.
But the whole time I've been here, you have not been.
That's good because I was letting the audience in on a secret. Now, the award that I'm giving out is the Make Way award.
Oh,
no hints, no fishing.
No hints, no fishing. Make Way award. Luis Heel.
Obviously. Such an easy fucking hint by me.
Okay.
6 no-hit innings against the Red Sox. Who's going to pitch in the wild card? 92.75% chance it's against the Red Sox. Jake gave you those numbers at the top of the show. Well, he now has a 0.99 ERA and 5 career starts against Boston. Lowest by any Yankee pitcher versus Red Sox in minimum 5 starts. So if they're playing the Red Sox, who's your third starter? Make way. It is I, Luis Heel. He always struggles to pronounce his name.
What did Booney say about him in the post-game interview?
Tonight I thought he was the best he's looked. His stuff was good, and he was able to get big outs.
What else did he say?
I don't know. What else did he say?
He said the E word.
Elite?
Effectively wild.
Oh, yes, which you asked him.
How about that?
You said that. 53 strikes out of 93 pitches. He did walk 4, but didn't allow any hits. Also had 2 wild pitches, also had a balk. And that was huge. We talked about game 1 having a lot of things that I liked. They had an inning set up for absolute disaster. It was the walks, the balks, the wild pitches. That all happened in 1 inning, and he was able to get out of it, which was different and fun and nice.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
I like Heel.
Okay. If he didn't have all those neck tattoos, would you like him?
I just said I like him.
Yeah, I'm asking, if he didn't have those, would you still like him?
My mic just fell. Do you still have me?
Yeah.
Have you? It's the worst audio.
You
but
sound
it's
like
okay.
that umpire.
Yeah, my mic got disconnected. I'll connect it in a second. Yeah, I think I just like him.
Even if he didn't have the neck tattoos.
Yeah, the way he throws is
Okay.
back.
And you're back.
Can I
So,
go?
I mean, yeah, Apple TV just send a Shure mic to your umpire, and then it won't sound like he's on a Zoom in Jake's apartment.
We all live in a yellow submarine. Uh-huh.
All right. Your next award?
My next award. Interesting. From the land where I was born. Ooh, there's a couple guys I want to talk about, Jim.
Okay.
Don't
Talk
do me
about
like that. Let's go to the Looney Bin Together award.
Okay. Let's go to the Looney Bin together. Rosario.
Devin Williams, Jimbo. Booney talked about it in his post game, and he has credence, and it's scary credence. But they talked about the Devin Williams usage, and he said, yeah, well, you know what? Everyone told me not to use Clay Holmes come the playoffs, and without Clay Holmes, we don't go to the World Series. Devin's going to pitch in big moments, and it's going to be the scariest part of our October, and I don't know how it ends. Straight up.
Add Doval to it as well.
Yes, but Devin's on another level. Like
For sure.
They in our most rested game, Devin Williams might be pitching the 8th. Like game 1, if the Yankees are up 3-1 and the 8th and 9th innings are coming, I think it might be Williams to Bednar, depending if they've used Weaver yet. But they are gonna ride out Devin, and credit to Devin. He looked good in his games this series. I'm sure if I wanted to butter knife out that really bad start of the season, his stats would be a lot more comforting. But let's go to the Looney Bin together, man. He's going to be in for the ride, and so are we, and let's find out what it looks like. So he looked good this series.
He did look good. I didn't
Hot gun.
Yeah, hot gun. His at bat, who was Bregman, was it? I didn't like how all of that opened.
Okay.
I don't know if you have the footage, Beeves, but I don't know how long that at bat was. He went change up very first pitch to Bregman. And I think, did Bregman swing at it or take it?
In the first game, he threw strike looking and then 3 balls.
Okay, the strike was way outside with a changeup, but the umpire gave it to him. But then it was fastball, 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 fastball. And they were all balls or fouled off by Bregman, who clearly was not looking for the fastball. None of the swings were on it. They were literally just fighting it off, seeking changeup. And Apple TV showed the pitch sequence on the corner. And I was like, yeah, but you have to say fastball and just hope you get him to miss, because he's hunting the changeup. But I also understand, okay, well, he's fouling all these off. Let him hunt the changeup. He'll swing and miss at it. It's a great changeup. Like, I understand both thought processes. But he was geared up for the changeup, gets a hit, and I'm like, damn, that stunk. But after that at bat, he mixed up his pitches really well. They called it based on swings more and kind of went with the best option. But that at bat, Bregman was clearly hunting it, and he got one.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, he threw 6 straight fastballs, which if Alex Bregman hit a solo homer on that 6 straight fastball, would we be saying, "Hey man, maybe throw a changeup"? Like, I don't fault him for that, but we've also seen Devin when the going gets tough, the tough has gotten going, and not the good way. So for him to give up that leadoff single and then be locked in, and the other thing I like that when we start eyeing the playoffs, he goes through the same lane twice, or at least Bregman. So that's that's something that every team believes in come the postseason now. That it was good to see that.
Yeah, that's also what I worry very much about Cruz. We talked about that a lot earlier in the year. I was like, yeah, Cruz is good, but I like to see teams face him twice because it seems like a trick pitch. Now he hasn't had it that sharp lately, so we'll still wait and see. My final award is I have 3 different names for it if you want to fish, and I also, you'll probably get it, the Saddest Thing in Life award.
Wow. Saddest thing in life. I'll go Anthony Volpe.
He didn't play a single game, Jake.
I know.
It's a quote from a movie that is unfinished. And we were talking about it earlier.
The movie's unfinished?
No, the quote is left unfinished from the movie. It's one of my favorite movies that has a scene where a guy drives slowly through multiple streets backwards.
Okay.
For no reason.
Yep.
Not going to guess again?
I've guessed.
The saddest thing in life is wasted talent. And I came up with this word when we were talking about Caballero earlier. He has wrung himself dry of every bit of talent he has. So just to put a stamp on that conversation, because it led in one of the better movies ever. Now you just can't leave. If you haven't watched Bronxdale because you're too young, go watch Bronxdale. It's like one of the better movies ever. And his dad is constantly telling him that one of the saddest things in life is wasted talent. Caballero homers today. Got that. Steals. Got that. Can make smooth plays on defense. Got that. Him and Jazz, known each other since they were teenagers. Talent.
So it'd be the proudest thing in life. Getting every ounce of your talent.
Yes. He does not. He listened to Calogiero's dad and did not waste any of his talent.
Put a little asterisk. Caballero's great. Caballero's
He's a shortstop, right? Like, Boone is still saying stuff, but he's also saying we're going to do what's best for the team. Caballero got his tryout. It's good.
Yeah, fascinated to see how they handle Anthony the rest of the way.
Yeah, because
if they say, because they've danced around it and have said it's not because of injury, but he's injured. But if they then say he's healthy and he's not playing, the tone will change.
Yes. He also, like, Volpe's got nothing for you off the bench. He could pinch run for a guy at second, and he's faster.
He could pinch run, or I guess if you sub someone out at another position, Caballero can go play that position and Volpe plays shortstop. But yeah, I mean, it's especially with the Yankees catching situation right now with Wells and Rice, like, come a playoff series, I mean, a 3-game series, you can have extra hitters that we know how the Yankees feel about Volpe. As long as he's healthy, he's going to be in the mix. But yeah, I mean, dude, Caballero feels like a nice piece that the Yankees need.
He does. We said at the trade deadline, like, hey, I'm really excited with this, but not if they don't use him correctly. Like, if Volpe, I think I said word for word, like, if Volpe continues to have a bad September or a bad August like he always has, and they don't switch Caballero, then there's nothing. And I also was like, and if the relievers just keep getting used, even though they're bad, which is a little off their hands, but they did switch to Bednar. They have, like, used, it took a little bit. They're always slower than they're supposed to be forward thinking. They're like always slower than us, than the public. I guess they want to be nice and give people last lives, but like the Yankees are so slow to pull the trigger on shit that like everyone knows should be happening.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, the only example that jumps out is like when Clark Schmidt got off to a slow start, he really turned his season around. Otherwise, you can kind of tell the difference between baseball between a slump or it ain't working.
And you think,
Well, I think Wells is right between him.
Wells is like got to go to the Jazz mentality of find my less is more swing.
Yeah, O'Neill talked about it on the broadcast a little bit that he's like, I love Wells for Fenway, and this is kind of what we've talked about. Like Wells has an impressively easy fly ball to left field that at Fenway Park, it would be an extra like 10 doubles a year. But currently it leads to long fly ball outs, which has him the leader in sac flies. But yeah, a lot of big swings this series. And when you go, what was it 0 for 7, 6 strikeouts?
That was bad.
Not what you want.
Okay, so the Yankees, to wrap this up, they're 83-66, and they have 13 games remaining. Lighter teams. What do you think? They go 13-0, get 96 wins? I don't think that, Jake. That's a little hot for me.
Feels a little high.
But you were very high on these bad teams last time around. I know Baltimore's a little different. You think like 9-4 is in play? 8-5? What are you looking at?
I mean, okay, I guess here's how I would do it. White Sox and Twins, you're playing 6 games. I think like we've seen, I would say that's a minimum of 4.
Minimum.
Like that's 4 out of 6, and that could very easily be a higher number. Like I think that's being generous.
Let's go 4.5.
Let's go 4.5. Baltimore, man, I mean, earmuffs for a lot of people that just want to ride high. Like, do I think this team's Jekyll and Hyde is out of them? Not at all. They're like, I wouldn't be shocked if one of these Baltimore series is a sad recap. So I'm interested to see. I do think early on in the 4-game set to open up with Baltimore, like a signature moment can send that series in any direction. Like if the Yankees lose a late lead in that first game, I'm going to be freaked out. If the Yankees snake one out late, I'm going to be like, okay, we're going to mop them.
No, I think that, or I'm hoping, like you just said, that the bad game is still in them. And I know we just saw the innings in Detroit, which was the bullpen weirdness. So I don't know what I'm saying. I think they're going to play really well.
Coming into today,
like I think they are going to put their embarrassment behind us.
Since June 1st, the Yankees were 48-44. The Orioles were 48-44.
Did they just get swept by Toronto, who just keeps winning? They have like 45 comeback wins, Toronto. It's crazy.
Toronto can't stop. I guess they both lost today, so 48-45 for both of them.
Ooh, they go play the White Sox, so we'll see what they're up against. I mean, that'll be good to bring it down, make them feel like it's easy, and then they play the Yankees.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe Yarbrough does open for Will Warren, and you change the lineup.
Flip everyone around.
I mean, Max Fried didn't pitch to a lefty. Red Sox are built to do
crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
So you could do that for Warren to help him out, but he's not starting against the Red Sox again. Heel is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a conversation to come in the next few weeks, but it's looking a lot like Yankees Red Sox in 3 games. The Red Sox can go all righties on you, and the Yankees aren't going to flinch, I think, with Fried and Rodon. So I don't know. It's just of note.
Well, they head to Minnesota where they got Rodon, Schlittler, and Heel going.
Revenge game for Heel.
Oh, yeah. Jake Cave? Was he traded for Jake Cave? Look at me. Take that. Name that Yankee. Boom. No, I know trivia. I don't know those random-ass numbers. RBIs and runs and hits. So random.
There was a good one this series. Jim Rutenbager.
Okay, how about this? There's been only one other guy with the last name Caballero to play Major League Baseball. Also happens to be the youngest position player ever to play post-World War II era. Who is it?
Caballero.
Correct. First name, don't know. Nickname, Putsy.
I've heard you say that.
I just found out about him today. Started when he was 16. Drafted him when he was 16. Played in his big league game the next day, 1940. And then he was too young to get drafted for war. So when he was 17, it was him and a bunch of 35-plus-year-olds that were too old to get drafted.
That must have stunk.
His career stats are awful.
Yeah.
And Hurricane Katrina ruined his life. Lost all his memorabilia.
Wow.
Yeah, it got sad. The radio guys started calling him Putz, and then all the Jewish people in the world wrote letters defending him. Or Yiddish? Yeah, because it means rude in Yiddish. Yiddish. So anyway, that's what I did during the game when it was 6-0.
First name
This has
Ralph.
been the episode. What's that?
First name Ralph. Ralph Joseph Caballero.
Yeah, it's from New Orleans. He's like, what's in a nickname? My brother's called Crackerjack, and my older brother's called Money and Happy or something like that. He's like, nicknames don't mean anything where I'm from. They call me Putsy. It's like, whoa.
Grok, is that true?
Born
Siri.
New Orleans, died New Orleans, buried New Orleans.
Siri, delete this episode. Good night. And for shit. Shit. All right, new chief of war. It was okay, but see you later. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Go Yankees.
What episode?
I think it was the 8th or 7th.
How many in this season?
9, maybe?